Good late evening, just after an approaching sunset on this increasingly light night in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area. I just wanted to give you a quick update now that the price action has started to move a little bit. We may be forming a descending broadening wedge, right? You can see lower resistance in the pattern 1, or lower support 2, lower support 3, and lower support 4, right? And you go at the top, you see upper resistance 1, a whole cluster 2, 3, 4 times. So we've confirmed this falling wedge. We know rising wedges are bearish reversal patterns. A falling broadening wedge, you see how it's narrower. See how it's narrower at the beginning of the wedge, and then the points at the end of the wedge are wider? Well, these are actually bullish reversal patterns. So if this is truly a falling wedge, probability based, it's got a higher chance of breaking to the upside. So what I would think is going to go on here is you might come down here and retest the bottom, then come back up to this wedge. And if you can break out and fight over this downsloping 50-day moving average, the target move out of this would be to the top of the wedge. Top of the wedge is at like 54,000, and that would make sense on a big fake out before you come down again and crash. I'm not saying it's going to break out. I'm saying this is a potential pattern that I'm going to follow closely this evening. And then all the other coins, they're going to all follow the same wedge, right? Because they've been in the same pattern. See that? Oh, that one's a little bit different. That's definitely not a falling broadening wedge. I'm going to keep you updated on that in Bitcoin and see if that is a falling broadening wedge. This is not any kind of trading buy alert. This is just a follow this pattern that I'm showing you right now. And if it comes back up here, say tonight it comes back up here. Let's zoom in to get some more data points. Say tonight it comes back up and retest and some volume comes in Bitcoin, and you start pinching your nose out and you get a big push, a pump, right? And you break out of this upper resistance it's at 38,000. Say you get up to 40,000. You could start nibbling and try to play this up to the top of the wedge. I'm not saying to do that. You never play a pattern breakout until the pattern breaks out, right? We're going to follow this closely tonight, but there's still no volume. Volume's still crashing. So to me, this is still bearish. I think it's going to probability-based roll over on itself and kind of bounce along this bottom support line right here at 30 to 32,000. And then we might go back up and retest this. Just a quick update. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Follow that Bitcoin. We're going to pay attention to that probability-based way, right? Litecoin, it's having a nice rebound. It almost got down. It might actually hit our $100 target. Let's see. No, almost. It didn't quite get there. It got to $118. And we remember, we made that forecast when Litecoin was at $380, almost $400 when that subscriber wanted that. And I told you the pattern was about to break down. Litecoin, if I had to do some quick TA with my pointer tool here, I would say pay attention to this down-sloping blue line, which is the 50. Oh, I fucking erased the 200 again. Hold on. Right here, right there, to right here, to up here, to there, to here. We make these green, the 50. Fucking so stupid. It's a fucking Apple charger. Right there, to right here. Bigger line, input. We want the 200 day. Bam. See it? It's way up there. That's why in the Bitcoin, if that was a falling wedge, broadening wedge, that there would be your target in Bitcoin. But we're going to pay attention to see if we can get up to this overhead 50 at the 148-ish mark, and then see if we can come up to this white line where there's major overhead resistance. And in order to break that, you would need to get big volume like that stacked up, but it would have to be green, obviously, buy volume. The only volume you're getting right now is big candles and sell volume. And right now it's an up and sideways consolidation, and if the volume continues to trend down and we don't get any big candlesticks, that's very bearish. If we can get up here to the 180 mark, that would be a great sell zone if you're trapped right now, because without a push in volume, you're coming back down. When you're coming way down, we're going to keep you updated tonight. XRP Sniper. We almost hit we hit our 65 cent target. Look at that, right on the nose. We said our target was 60 to 65 cents. when we were way up there. We were north of $1.70 when we said we were coming down. And that was before the first crash, where it gave everybody a, hey, it's crashed, you know. We were calling for that on its way up before it topped out, right? So we were one of the only ones in the business to call it. Again, on this, if you get this up and sideways consolidation and there's no volume, you can see the volume. It's all sell volume. Volume, sell volume, volume, sell volume, but trending down in the hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly. So if you can squeeze your way back up to this upper resistance at $1 without volume, you're going to roll right back over, and it would be something really quick, right? Just to trap some more jabronis up there. An XRP, the same as ZIL. An XLM, I had an XLM guy earlier, 36 cents. We told you we were coming to 35 cents was our first target. We dipped a little bit below it. Still got crashing volume, right? Big sell volume is the only volume we get. Very bearish. We're coming up to the overhead 50. With no volume, you're probably going to roll over, right? And then this 200 is going to come down, the overhead 200, and then you might trade within that range tonight and tomorrow between 30 cents and 40 cents. I'll keep you updated. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Peace and love.